Is a daily driver and runs great. Currently sporting the moonroof. See-through moonroof. And solid red roof is in the back. We'll switch it up so we can show you everything. Okay? Let's start out with the obvious good. You look at this car, and it looks nice. Looks nice. Just a nice looking car. No doubt. Sexy. Very sexy. Okay? It's a good looking car. Alright. It has a little over 70,000 miles on it. It's been across country. And it's definitely been across the state. It is a strong, reliable car. As a result, it's worn. It's got some wear and tear. It looks good in the video, and it looks good standing here. But when you get real close up on it, there are blemishes. Okay, there are blemishes. I'm going to point out as many as I can. There's a blemish. You see some spots here. The Corvette insignia on the hood is fading. The lights are cloudy. Let's see. Down here you can see all the scratches. They go all the way the length of the front end. It is a low car, and they are there. Obviously you can't see them unless you're down there, but they are there. Okay. Still so sexy though. So good looking. Alright. There are other blemishes on the hood. I mean, they're everywhere, okay? I can't point them all out. I can't get all of them. They're everywhere. For this to be pristine, it would need to have a paint job. Okay. I mean, you know, the rearview mirrors are the worst. These. Let's see, I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. Okay, so I mean, you know, to the naked eye, from a distance, nothing's like jumping out at you, but there are blemishes. And it's important that that is clear to anyone who may not have the opportunity to look at it up close. I mean, it's a used car, you know. For those of you who've had the privilege of using the car for a long period of time, you know, no matter what you do, you're going to get the blemishes. You're going to get the wear and tear. And this car has its fair share. You can see the difference in this guard here. You can see this is a guard stretching down here. You see it is quite dirty and scuffed here. You know, all these probably could use to be replaced. You know, I pointed it out, but it's really, it's not, it's just, it doesn't jump out at you. Again, there's a guard back here, and it needs to be replaced. Or, yeah, I just would as soon replace it. But yeah, it's all cracked up and discolored. Okay. I got showing, see chips in the paint. See if we can, yep, there we go. I think this is from being parked on an incline all these years. That's not the only one. There's additional chipping here. Rest is pretty much clean. Oh. Sorry. Go back. The rest is pretty much clean. Just a few minor dings. Oh, no, there we go. A few minor dings. But that's it. See, the glass is in overall great shape. I mean, it's got swirl marks. The whole car has swirl marks. There's some pretty decent, this is probably the worst of the blemishes. You can't really see it, but there's some paint degradation. You see the ripples as I move here. Some paint degradation here. It's trying to come up a little bit. You see we got some scratches here. Okay, well, that's the scratches. This is cracking and peeling like the other one. This is really the only place where I'm showing metal. Actually I have one other place. It's close to here. Okay, I got this here. Okay. And moving from here, I got this here. And moving up from here, I got this here. It's pretty obvious, but you know, again, I mean, these are the blemishes that this vehicle has. This is scuffed up right here. It's got some other scuffs. Yeah. It actually feels like it could be buffed out. Right, okay. What else here? Let's see, this one's pretty cracked up as well. It's not discolored, but it is cracked up. I do show some blemishes here. You know, some of these blemishes could be buffed out, you know, from somebody who knows what they're doing. Okay. So yeah, those are the blemishes on the exterior. That I'm aware of. Let's go deeper in since we are still on the exterior. Look at the accessories. The rear really doesn't show any dents or scratches. It's pretty safe. have not spent a lot of time in reverse. Okay. But yeah. So, starting with the exhaust system, I feel like it could use to be tightened. The exhaust system sees the most wear when you really get after it. So yeah, I feel like it could use to be tightened. This is the third, at least the third exhaust system on this vehicle. Would have had the original factory exhaust system. That one was replaced by one of the first 3 owners with a Corsa, just like this. Corsa performance exhaust. At some point in my ownership, the H-pipe of the Corsa exhaust that came on this vehicle cracked, and so I replaced it with this upgraded Corsa. Really, the main upgrade was the original Corsa upgrade had a 3.5-inch diameter, and these are 4.5. You can see it's dirty. You know, somebody needs to really get after it, but at the same time, it's still in good shape. Okay, still in, I'd say, great shape, but it does need some attention. Okay. All right. The rear passenger tire has a middle tread patch. There's a patch somewhere in the middle tread. It was losing air every couple of days or so, ended up being a nail. That tire's patched. Okay, these tires are going on 2 years old. They have a solid amount of tread left in them. Trying to get you a good shot. They have a solid amount of tread left in them. Oh yeah. But you know, with this kind of car, unless you are investing in tires that are, you know, $1,200 a pop, unless you're spending $5,000 on tires minimum, you're not going to have something that's going to be powerful enough to grip the road in line with as powerful as the engine is, no matter how good your takeoff skills are. But these are still decent tires. They were about $500 a piece. It creates for a little bit of a rougher ride. The Goodyears, it's a little bit of a rougher ride, but I feel like I'm really hugging the road on my turns, and for the most part, for my acceleration. I already gave you the explanation on acceleration. It's like that with, you just have to get really good tires. The rims, before I get to the rims, let's talk about the rotors. The rotors, as noted, they need to be replaced. Okay, these are going to be my next item to replace. They've been machined down as far as they can be machined down. There is that slight you know, there's a little bit of audibility when I'm first getting started for the day. After I've hit the brakes a few times, you can't hear anything. Either way, these rotors need to be replaced. You can see the Corvette brake pads. These are brake pad covers, these originals. They do have some blemishes. You can see scattered throughout. The rocks have gotten to them pretty good. They could definitely use to be touched up. That's representative of all four. The rims are not original to the vehicle. These are aftermarket for this vehicle. These are C6Z06 rims that were included as upgrades when I purchased it. They were already on the vehicle. So these are chrome Z06 rims that have been put on this base model. And man, does it look good with these rims on it. Okay. The windshield is in good shape overall. It does have blemishes. I do not believe I'll be able to point them out successfully in this particular light. I will look to come back when the light is better. There's a blemish. That's the sunshine. There's a blemish. I can see several more from the outside, other side rather. Let's see here. There's like a ring of them by the rear view mirror. You know what? It's too bright to see. There's no cracks going all the way through. A couple of very light chips. You know, that could easily be repaired. Again, not visible unless you really zoom in. Okay. All right. And there's your vet. There's your vet, looking pretty, looking sexy. All right. Okay. All the exterior lights work, function. Everything on the outside's in working order. Okay. We'll show you what it looks like with the top off and with the red top. All right. Let's go ahead and get on the inside, okay? Rearview mirror, still in good shape. Windows, they're in good shape. The glass overall, it's got some good water spotting going on. So it's gonna take a little bit of work to get that off, but it's still in good shape. All right. Seats. The seats are pretty worn. Mostly at the entry point. You can see all the lines in the leather. You can see the loss of some of the surface material here. No cracks all the way through. Definitely restorable. Scuffs here from the heel. But overall, for for the 70,000 miles that the vehicle has. See this line here? This line here, that should be, you should be able to get that out. It's from a backrest I had in there. Okay. So yeah, the seats are pretty worn, pretty dirty. But they're still in good condition. I mean, they're still comfortable. Okay. They're heated if you want them to be. And everything's electronic on it, except for, you know, this function going back and forth. You can go up, down, forward, back, and you can adjust your lumbar support in and out. Okay, so that's the driver's side seat. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the dash with it turned off. It's in good shape. You're noticing some dog hairs. Dog hairs and fuzz. But the dash is in good shape. Steering wheel is in good shape. Okay. The upholstery, it's got some wear, but it's in good shape. You'll see some blemishing by the glove box. Some of that's going to be cleanable. Actually, most of that's going to be cleanable and restorable. Okay. You'll see here this button, which said page, is coming off. We also have some center console peeling going on. It's kind of dusty, kind of dirty. Gotta get in there. Same with the cup holder. Cup holder used to have a cover that went across and retracted. It has since broken and it's no longer available. This is working fine. Touching it has initiated lighting, and you can hear that the CD player responded. These vents are good. This is a blemish. Looks like it can be buffed out. All right. The door. You can see it's got some cloudiness to it. It has not seen a lot of Armor All, but if it did get a regular dose of Armor All, if the entire interior got a regular dose of Armor All, it would look a lot better than it does now in no time at all. You can see not only are those scuff marks, but it's also some rust on the speaker grills. That would likely need to be replaced. There is some scuffing along the bottom. It's not terrible. There is some scuffing on the door handle. It's not terrible. Okay. The carpet is a little bit dirty. It needs to be touched up. Most of that's dirt, no major stains. For the majority of its life, it's had a mat. You can see this area down here. That needs some serious restoration. It's pretty scuffed up. A little leather patch down there to hold your feet. All right. The Cosmetic mirror and the visor is broken. You can see I still have some hairs, some fuzz. Okay. I open it gingerly. You can see this one's broken. This one's still holding on, but it's bound to go. And when it does, something will have to be done to keep the light off. But for now, it's working fine. Okay. And then again, the moonroof. You can see through it. It's in really good shape. It's barely been used, and you can really feel the sun beating down on you. It's just like not having anything at all. But at night and when the sun's not too bad, it's a really nice feature. It's also really cool when it's raining as well. Okay. There's space behind the seat again. This moves it up and forward and back. You can lift it up and down. It's not really showing well, but it still works. There's additional features down here for, you know, different lumbar support. So yeah, you can do a lot of things for comfort here, and then this is just, you know, to put this part back. All right, so yeah, it's a highly adjustable seat. We have a guard to go right here. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and show you that. We got a lot of the guards right here. They are all scuffed up. Is this even the one I want? No. I want this one to show you. But even I mean, they're all scuffed up. Okay. These are not clear anymore. You know, if you wanted something that looked really nice, you would need to invest in new ones. However, for the time being, this is the function that they serve. I've never driven without them, so there's a lot of feet touching here. A lot. So this has been on for the entire life of the car, but for the purpose of showing the car, I have removed it. You can see everything is still in decent shape. This is from the pine tree. A little dirty. It's a little dirty, but it's in decent shape. Okay. You don't need any information from that. There it is. All right. Also, if you need any information from this, here it is. This 06 is made in October 05. All right. Ball and grain assembly. All right. Okay, I'm going to leave that door open. Set this back over against the chair. Okay, let's go ahead and go over to our other side, which we've already done an exterior tour. Rim's looking sexy. Oh yeah, look at that. That's just beaming. Okay. Going in. This guy right here, he is a little dirty on the inside, and also I believe this could be polished out. Also, sometimes the mechanism on this door gets held up. So I'll be sitting here trying to open it and it won't open, but if I'm patient with it and look for the sweet spot, it'll eventually open. It has always eventually opened for me. Okay, right now it's being very responsive and I appreciate that. Alright. The door on this side is also worn. The speaker grills again are you know, they're rusty, and this, you know, this looks kind of nasty. It's rust. Okay. This grill cover will have to be replaced, or you may be able to sand this down, possibly even paint it. Okay. The wear on the door is minimal, but it is worn. It could easily be restored much more than it is now. You can see it's dirty in there. The door's in good shape overall. Just has wear. Alright. Now, for a couple of the major blemishes. First, the glove box. This mechanism here is broken. This whole mechanism has to be replaced, inside and out. Okay, so it is not closing. What you're seeing here is residue from tape, but this residue, with a little bit of patience and a little bit of effort, will come off. Maybe I'll have time to get it off before the vehicle's purchased. If not, it'll definitely come off. Okay. Here's the glove box. Here's data, any data that you may or may not need from all stickers. The glove box is dirty a little bit because it stays open. I need to clean it. That needs to be repaired so that it'll close all the way. Okay. Yeah. The vent is in good shape. The dash is worn. Got hairs, some hairs up there and stuff. So it is worn, but it's still in okay shape. And again, some routine armor all, and this interior looks so much better. Okay. Now another main focal point, in addition to the replacing the rotors, is the rear view mirror. This poor guy's broken. There's brackets and stuff in the back. I spent a lot of time trying to fix it. I asked the dealership to fix it. They said that it would have to be completely replaced and quoted me somewhere between $600 and $700. So I just haven't gotten around to it. Something I would probably try to source online or at my local yard. And also you can see the phone line for the OnStar is broken. It would need to be replaced. Okay, the OnStar does work, but not currently in its broken state. All right. So yeah, that's a serious blemish. To be honest, I have just gotten used to riding without it. It's a small car. It's full of windows. I'm so intent on not letting anything hit it anyway that I'm always just looking all around using my body and my torso. But this is a somewhat big ticket item to replace, comparatively speaking. All right, so yeah, that's that. All right, moving on. We got the carpet in good shape. We have some staining there. Other than that, it's in good shape. It's had mats. This is the lock set for the wheel locks. You cannot get the rims off of this car without this tool here. It's to prevent the rims from being stolen, because as we have already discussed, there's some good looking rims, but you'll be able to see that out of the caps there's this one that you have to have a key to get it off. Okay, so these are the original caps, and here's the key. Okay, we also have the Corvette manual. I'm not going to get really into it at all, because really, you know, that's for the new owner to worry about, but all the stuff is here. Okay, it's all in good condition. We got some OnStar stuff. We got some thick manuals, and there are also owner DVDs that came with it that I have to locate prior to sale. They're available online though, so even if we can't locate them, that part's online. So yeah, that's available. That'll be with the sale. Yeah, let's see some more blemishes to point out. You have to understand, for a couple of years there was 2 dogs, and for 5 years there was 1 dog. So this is seeing some wear and tear. Everything still works though. It's just cosmetically, you know, you can tell this may or may not be buffable. I'm sure this plastic piece though could be replaced. The center console is also very dirty. You may be able to get it cleaner than I've been able to. I'm pretty sure you would be able to. However, don't expect it to look brand new. You can see the fraying on the edges. It has supported a couple of dogs for a while. Okay, it's a very small compartment. You can see it's dirty. I need to clean around the edges. Got some dog hair and some sand in there. We do have another source of power, 12-volt outlet there. Okay. The selective ride, I'll get into that more when we turn the vehicle on. Traction control, these features are not available like this on every model of the C6 Corvette. The Corvette has 3 trims: the LT1, LT2, and LT3. This trim is the LT3. So as the LT3, it has the most features that could come with a C6 model Corvette, including the driver and passenger heated seats, 2 different heat settings, as well as the selective ride and traction control features. Aspects of the selective ride and traction control features may be available on the LT1 or LT2 models. I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that the full suite of ride stability options are only available on this trim model. Okay, now going back to the driver's side one. Well, I guess this would be more for when we turn it on, which I guess we'll prepare to do here. Another deficiency or blemish that doesn't need to be replaced, but I was planning on replacing before deciding to sell, is the HUD display. It's still projecting, but the gears that move it either on screen or off screen are no longer working. And so it was off screen, and now when I try to bring it back on screen, it will not display on screen. So those gears are going to have to be replaced. It's not going to be a simple job because this entire dash is going to have to come up for it to be done. It shows a really neat display of how fast you're going, all your oil and your temperature gauge, your battery. It shows you what gear you're in when you're doing your paddle shifting, and it also shows you how many G's of force you're taking on your turns, which, you know, I never really took a ton of hard turns to test it out, but I always thought it was a really fun feature if I did happen to have a hard turn to look up and see, oh wow, that was a half a G or whatever. So for me, you know, this is a feature that I am eventually, or was eventually planning on fixing. It's not working currently. Okay, I do apologize. I wish it was. It has stopped working in, you know, sometime in the last year. I don't know when. I just know when I tried to pull the display up, it didn't pull up. So I've taken that into consideration with the pricing. Okay. Let's take a look at the trunk in the back and then we'll turn it on. Okay, opening it all. I guess I'll go ahead and pop the gas. It's pretty dirty in here, but everything's working. It's standard. Now, if the camera's picking it up looking a little bit wet, it's because I did wash the vehicle today. Also, there is a valve somewhere as you enter in through here, some kind of valve that opens and closes to aerate fumes and such, and it has been advised to me by the dealership in 2020 that it needed to be replaced. It was like $80. I have not had that done. I don't think it's affected gas mileage that much, as far as I can tell, but it is a known issue. You know, there's some kind of valve in here that needs to be replaced. Okay. All right. Let's go to. Well, we can't really see back here, so let's go ahead and open it up though. You know, the iconic Corvette hatch opened up. There's a decent amount of space back here. You don't have to tote your unused vehicle top with you around, but you can. This guy snaps in and out. Okay, and you got space underneath there. We have a out. Have a cover. Okay, this basically has hooks on it that attach to the hatch. All right. Well, I didn't get it attached well. But, you know, if you want, you can do a thing with the thing, and you can have a thing, okay? And there's a way to basically keep out the unwanted sun if you so choose. I'm not going to get too far into it, but it's here. It's here for you. Okay, just tucking it under here. All right, pick this up again. There was a cargo net that ran along the bottom. It is no longer available, and it would need to be replaced. Okay, there's just a small thin cargo net that basically kept stuff from going forward if you wanted to like put groceries back here. But they got stretched out over time and needs to be replaced. Also, there's no Corvette mat. C6 Corvettes come with a mat that will cover the compartments. We have 2 storage compartments. There's a rag in that one. Nothing in there. Let's see, that easily fits in there. Okay. So the Corvette mat would need to be replaced. I imagine that'd probably be a couple $100. This is a big mat that covered the whole entire back, and it had a large Corvette insignia on it. It's pretty good, but it got worn out over time. Okay. The weather stripping on the inside comes undone from time to time, and I have to stick it back up. Okay. I'll go ahead and close this up, and then we'll look at the engine. Okay. You can see that it is touch sensitive. If you just press it, it'll pick it up. You can also just go ahead and slam it down. Okay. Let's proceed. I just washed it, and you can see pine trees and it's fall time. All right. Whatever, it's gonna come off. Inside is dirty. It needs to be clean. Somebody can easily get in here and detail it though. Everything's in good shape in here. Everything checks out according to the dealership. This is the Haltech aftermarket cold air intake system. It was here when I got it. I cleaned the filter about 2.5 years ago. It could usually be cleaned again or replaced. It's seen a lot of miles. The engine is still strong. I was planning on replacing gaskets just because it's up in age. It's got a lot of wear. As I mentioned before, I feel like the exhaust needs to be tightened down. Maybe getting some new gaskets there as well. It takes a lot of heat from the engine. So that's something to stay on top of that I've been planning to do and haven't. I feel like the exterior front engine sound could be smoother with with some updated gaskets. And I mean, it's just this is just primed to be tuned and upgraded. We have a new water pump, which we'll see better from the other side. But everything, everything's in good shape. No leaks. No leaks. The only leak we ever had was from the old water pump. The gaskets went bad. That happens on a daily driver when it's in Florida and it's hot and you run the AC a lot. Okay, that's what that is. The AC does run good in this vehicle. It was last serviced in 2021, and yeah, this is a new water pump as of this year. The part itself is warranted through June of next year. All right, battery's still strong. I can't remember when it was replaced last, and I'm not gonna be able to get to wherever they tell me on it, but this battery should give you plenty of time. I mean, at least a couple years, I'm thinking. It's just, I can't remember when I got it last, but it's not that old. Alright, again, it's dirty in here. Okay? It needs to be clean, like a serious cleaning. I do not have time. Alright. I believe I have the cover to this. I think it fell off. This is the hood light. It is dirty, as you can see. We have the Corvette insignia in there, okay? Alright, I'll actually open this up. We'll go get a full-on view. There's your 2006 Corvette. Sitting pretty. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up as far as performance goes. It's still in great shape. It's a daily driver. I don't dog it. I do get it up every once in a while. I took it out for a test drive yesterday. It did 120 on the highway with ease. It wanted so much more, and I just couldn't give it to it because I don't want to get a ticket or arrested. The differential has had work on it. The dealership says it's in perfect shape. It's on a soft list for me to upgrade if I kept the vehicle. It's not noticeable. Only time it's potentially noticeable is on a hard turn pulling out for the first time. But once all the juices get flowing, you can't tell. The torque tube is a rebuild. built it 1 year into my ownership. It was rattling pretty bad. I was just dogging it in automatic when really you should only dog this in the paddle shift. If you're going to buy this vehicle and you're going to have fun with it, you must do so in the paddle shift mode. You can't just slam on the gas when it's in full on automatic, because repeatedly doing so will wear out the torque tube. It is not built to handle it. It cannot handle all the power of this LS2 engine. This is a powerful engine right here. Okay, I think that pretty much covers it. We will take the cover out and the cover off and close it up. Let you see it without the top. And turn it on and do some listening. See if there's anything else to point out. Okay, I just wanted to show you the red roof. It's just dirt right there. Dirt and water spots. That'll buff out. It does have some light scratches on it right here. Right here. So you can see those blemishes there. It's about the same as the rest of the paint. And there's the see-through. The only real blemish it has is here. Actually, that's going to get buffed out, so no good. Alright. And then, while we see it's topless, let me just go in here. Okay. Let me show you what we have. We have, you know, just it's cloudy and dirty and needs armor all. Needs a lot of armor all. And this is the most plastic part of the interior. Okay, that's a blemish. Alright. Carpet's pretty clean. I couldn't get all the dog hairs though. There's just still gonna be some. Alright. The inside here is dirty. It needs to be detailed. Okay. That is the interior though. Okay. Topless. It's sexy. It's just a good looking car no matter what. It's just a good looking car no matter what. Alright. I'm gonna do switch this here. Okay. We'll do start with the door closed. Surface tire monitor comes up. Low tire pressure right front. That's not accurate. That's really the TPS system all over. Like all four need to be looked at. It's just not reading it. But I checked it manually, and it's between 19 and 21. So. Go get some gas. Quick 0 to 60. This is only going to feature first and second gear. I'm not going to super jam it, but I'm going to jam it pretty good. Windows are down. Cracked. Halfway down. Windows are halfway down. That's where the price tag comes in. It's got a lot wrong with it. It needs a lot of work. Even that speed needs some work. But I'll tell you what, it's fun. I think this is third gear now. we got the windows down. I mean, windows up. We'll do a quick 0 to 100, I believe. Yeah, quick 0 to 100 here.